past week or so, the internet's been trying to figure out who will win, 100 men or a silverback. Yeah, so let's talk about it and we'll figure out who has the problem in the end. First things first, a silverback, about 5'6". But men also around 5'6". They usually average a little bit taller than silverbacks. Okay, so they're a little even on the height department. But see, the silverback not too worried about that because they like to get down on all fours. Why they like to get down on all fours, you ask? Because them boys be moving. Yeah, that's a camera trying to catch a silverback running. Them folk be moving like Usain Bolt. No exaggeration, Usain Bolt, fastest human running at about 27, 28 miles per hour. Gorillas, 25. They also ain't big for nothing. Boy, Charlotte stacked 400 pounds, pure muscle, 4 to 9 times stronger than a human. All right, all that being said, what do the humans have to their advantage? Well, first of all, they got the numbers. There's 100 humans. Humans also didn't get this far for nothing. They got planning, they got strategy, they got community. I'm gonna tell you right now, if a silverback come at me, me and Usain twinning them, I'm gone. But this scenario assumes that the 100 humans are boxing. Even if half the humans run, the humans still have a chance. There's just too many humans in this scenario for one silverback gorilla. Not everybody's gonna make, but you gotta understand that silverback gorillas don't have an infinite amount of stamina, and that's gonna be the biggest factor. As fun fact, human stamina is unmatched in the animal kingdom. That being said, boy, that first wave of humans finna catch hell, but I think the humans will pull it out in the end. Also, that's just my opinion. Prove me wrong if you think otherwise in the comments. But 100 humans, one silverback gorilla, everybody got a problem. Because even if the humans beat the gorilla, those humans are not going to be the same afterwards.
Out of 100 fights, 100 humans, 1 gorilla, I think that the gorilla wins 85% of the time.
100 unarmed humans versus 1 silverback gorilla. I need to get in on this. Let's start with the gorilla. It's a monster. Absolute unit. That's 400 pounds of problems wrapped in skin. According to researchers, they can also lift 10 times their body weight. That's like 4,000 pounds. That's like your car with you in it. They also have a 1,300 pound bite force, which is strong enough to break just about any bone in your body. However, they also get taken out by leopards. Not a tiger, not a lion, a leopard. At the same time, one man, a 73-year-old man, took out a leopard with his bare hands. He just jumped on top of it and ripped its tongue out of its mouth. Humans are crazy. I think the entire world has collectively forgotten what we're capable of. Even if every single human weighed 100 pounds, that's 10,000 pounds of highly intelligent human. Not to mention, if it's a fight to the death, you think we're gonna be fighting fair? I'm gouging its eyes out. I'm Superman kicking it straight in the family jewels. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's gonna be a flawless victory. We're not coming back with 100 people. Some people are gonna reach their expiration date on that battlefield. But there is no world, no scenario where the gorilla wins that match. Realistically, I think 20 humans could take a silverback gorilla. I'll even take it a step further. I don't think there's a land animal on Earth that could take 100 humans.
This is a dumb conversation, and I'm hoping we can talk about way more pressing matters in a second. But can you just settle this for us real quick? If 100 normal, unarmed guys got into a fight with 1 gorilla, how would it go?
Well, it's a very interesting question, and it's been super fun to see how much it has engaged people on the internet. I talk about gorillas all day long, so I love that other people are talking about them as well. I don't think there's a definitive answer, but I have to say that I would be on the side of the humans in this case. Gorillas come to this with, a ton of power, all that upper body strength. You can see them here kind of just smashing people right and left. They've got incredible jaw strength. But I think the sheer number of humans that they would be up against and the fact that humans could hopefully coordinate their behavior, tag team, take a little bit of a rest while the gorilla would just be going full steam the whole time would really put the advantage in for the humans.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we can all communicate and I guess kind of critically think would give the advantage to the humans. And also, if I was in that fight and I was one of those guys and I saw somebody get mauled, I would probably run the other way, which would give the advantage to the gorilla there. But jokes aside, I don't know. We have fun thinking about this, or guys do for some reason. And yet the saddest part of all this is when you think about man versus gorilla and what's already gone wrong with gorillas being so endangered and how that's happened historically. If these hypothetical men decided to go to therapy instead of fighting gorillas, what kind of world do you think we might share now with gorillas?
Yeah, that's a really great point. I think the fight that we're talking about here is a little bit misguided because really gorillas are in a fight and they're in a fight for their survival. So they are considered critically endangered in the wild. So the next level after that is extinction in the wild. So definitely the fight that they're in is for their survival on the planet. And you know what I'm really hoping is I love seeing how engaged people are about gorillas. I mean, they've played a big part in our mythology and our movies. People are clearly fascinated by them, which is wonderful. And so taking that fascination and maybe turning it into action for gorillas so that they have a future on the planet, you know, is a great outcome potentially of this conversation.
Dr. Tara Stoinski, thank you so very much for that perspective, and hopefully we can get along with our hairy cousins there.